In this video, I'm going to break down how to use AI in your business so easily that a kid could follow along. There's no shortage of content online about how to use AI in your business, but when it comes to real positive outcomes, things that really move the needle, there are only a few things that matter. And to be honest, most of the content is full of jargon, misleading, and honestly just makes you feel behind. I'm going to break down different implementation methods super simply so that you can start taking the next steps in transforming your business operations. True story, I actually have an 8-year-old nephew. I introduced him to AI, but not in the way you might think. I gave him a piece of paper and a pencil first. I told him to draw a comic strip of what he might want to create with an AI video generating app. So we designed it, we talked through each scene, and then we dictated our text, we told the story of the comic strip, turned it into a system prompt, then input that into the video generating app. This is not too different from how businesses should approach AI implementation. What's the destination? Who are the characters? What role do they play? How are they going to be impacted? How long will it take? You might think this is project management 101. Figuring out where we want to go and how we're going to get there. But the truth is, most businesses don't think about these things before they start implementing AI. There are even off-the-shelf software tools that have implemented AI features that are not actually improving the core user experience. You might feel some of that. That's why this is a really important question to ask. At its core, what we're talking about is the difference between ad hoc and transformational AI. Ad hoc implementation is on an as-needs basis. Perhaps the desire to introduce AI comes before the actual need for it. Transformational AI is premeditated, scoped ahead of time, relevant to core business operations. Ad hoc implementation helps one or two people in their personal productivity. Transformational AI allows the entire organization to operate more efficiently, and ultimately it improves the bottom line. Think about something that is core to your business operations. Maybe it's a database that has a lot of information. Maybe it's something that a lot of people touch, and improving it would help the team. Here's an example from a content agency. They are regularly onboarding new freelancers, contractors, or fractional talent. This is the state of how things are today. Once the offer is accepted and the contract is signed, we send an email with next steps. After that account is created, then we can add them to different softwares like Slack or Asana, and then they proceed to request a headshot. But what happens is they need to go remove the background and keep it on brand. So they add their colored gradient, and then they download the new image, and then they ask the user to upload it to all of the previously configured platforms. Obviously, this is something that can be improved, but how? An example of ad hoc AI implementation here might be to use ChatGPT or Gemini to change the background on an as-needs basis. Maybe you have a project with custom instructions, but that's still the one person that's going in, downloading the image and sending it back and re-uploading it to the respective platforms. But now we see by remapping our system up front, moving a headshot generator powered by automation and AI streamlines the onboarding process. We now have an intake form that gets the headshot and an automation that replaces the background. Now I have a profile picture to upload to the email, and like most softwares, you can use the profile picture with the Gmail or whatever email account to upload into the respective platforms so you don't have to rework. On the back end, here's what my automation looks like. I'm watching a file folder in Google Drive. I'm downloading the file, passing it to an AI module, and then emailing it either to me or the new team member. Here's the new member intake form, and I'll just fill it out now. Okay, so I'm going to submit that and head back over to the Make workflow to watch it work. All right, let's go check the email. And there's our new headshot with the internal consulting blue gradient in the background. Instead of risking inconsistency and introducing more manual work, we're doing the opposite by introducing this as part of our onboarding system. So in the case of my 8-year-old nephew, we're not trying random video prompts to hope to arrive at the right video. We stepped back, we mapped the process, and now we have the next Lego movie. Maybe not, but we did review the output and we iterated and we improved, and it's something that we're proud of. At the end of the day, businesses who add more ad hoc implementation, whether it be AI or automation, get bloated. There's more to manage, there's more that can go wrong. A lot of that is managed by individuals. One rule of thumb that you might consider when determining if your AI implementation is ad hoc or transformational is asking, are you letting the limitations of the technology dictate your operations, or are your operations leveraging the best of the technology's capabilities? I hope that you can see how mapping and implementation strategy is taking the next step in transforming the operations. But at the end of the day, the example we covered today is just one small piece of a larger onboarding process. If you're interested in taking that process to the next level, we made a video on streamlining your entire onboarding process, and it can be applied to any industry, any set of tasks that need to be automatically generated anytime a new client or team member is brought onto the team. If you're serious about transforming your business, this is the next step. I'll see you in the next video.